I'm ready. Just waiting for James, who might be outside. Further outside. Maybe I'll turn the light on. There's Jones. Hi guys.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, let's drive across the state and get some beer.
All right. Now for our 1,000-mile trip.
Woo!
Look at that. I think it's 1,003.
Something like that, yeah. Well, we stopped for gas. We're just past Harris Ranch. We're about 4 hours in. No, about 3 hours probably. Yeah, it's going good. We're just listening to music, talking, and hanging out. So, got a long ways ahead of us. What do you say, Jamasa? Jamini? What was it, Jamani?
I'll show you.
Jamani?
It's Jamani. Aha. Shabam! My never used nickname.
Jamani. I'm not calling you that. What's on the current gas crisis?
It's a lot.
Cool.
And it's serious.
Is there a gas crisis?
Nope.
You heard it here first. The gas crisis that isn't happening. It's happening. Where are we going, James?
Well, we are going. Where are we going?
Russian.
We're going home.
So the ultimate trip is we're going back to Portland.
But
We're gonna make a stop.
yes, I don't remember what it's called. It starts with an R. Damn it.
The Russian River Brewing Company, Santa Rosa. It's like one of the best breweries in the world.
Yes.
We've done at least one episode that's posted yet, but and we did another road beer that was on it. So we're gonna my goal is to get the Blind Pig, which is an IPA, world famous IPA that the guy that is the head brewmaster started at a different brewery, and then when that closed down and he got this gig, he brought it back.
Sounds good.
Supposedly, I think that's the story. Don't quote me on it. And then we'll get some on the road for the road to put in the car and take to Alex.
Yes.
Because there's children that need to be watched. No, sir!
5 hours into our 14-hour voyage.
Captain's log.
Captain's log. Started. What?
I would be captain. You're Sulu.
Damn it.
Sulu's log.
Sulu's log.
Oh my.
Oh my.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm good. It's just kind of. It's hilly, so it keeps me awake.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm worried about the flat of like Bakersfield area where it's just.
We're well past that.
No way, man.
Oh yeah. Dude, we're 5 hours in. Bakersfield's only like 3.5 or 4 hours away.
then maybe I'm not thinking of Bakersfield. I'm thinking of wherever it is where it's just like there's nothing. There's no hills. There's just jack. It's just flat.
I think that's on the way to Vegas.
No, man. It's around here. We'll hit it and you'll know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And it goes on forever.
There's like a massive truck gas station.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah, that's like 4 hours of just flat expanse.
Yeah. I do know what you're talking about.
But okay, so not Bakersfield. Nix that. It's the moon. It might as well be the moon. It's just flat. Well, the moon's not. Whatever. It's flat expanse.
The moon isn't real, James. But you think 9/11 wasn't an inside job too? You cretin!
It's pretty here. Oh, you're out of focus. No, that's okay. It's most of my days. Oh, Mark is sick.
Oh! For sheriff, he's sick for the sheriff. I don't know what that means. I am confused.
If he is sick, he should go to the doctor.
Kansas. Why is this not Arkansas? I would like a beer, please. Look at all the grapes. They're gonna make you rot and then drink your blood. Am I wrong?
No.
Is that not what's happening with wine?
No.
Don't tell me shit about what I do. James, we're almost there to the beers.
Almost.
To get lunch. Oh, we're in Santa Rosa. We found parking. And what is that store? Oh, I can't focus for shit. I won't go over the history of Russian River because we've already done that. Check out the first episode of Road Beer if you are interested. Instead, let's go back even further. Temecula, California, 1902. Joe Winkles bought the Weldy building across the street from the livery he had worked for when he first came to Temecula from Los Angeles. He renamed it the Ramona Inn. The upstairs was turned into a boxing ring, and downstairs there were rooms to rent, a pool table, and a bar that the locals called the Blind Pig Saloon. The term blind pig is a secret code word used by bootleggers and bartenders who are trying to protect themselves, and it's used so customers looking for illegal alcohol would know what to buy. A pig is a mason jar that bootleggers would use to store liquor or beer. A blind pig is an unmarked mason jar of illegal alcohol. Particularly during Prohibition, traditional beer bottles were either all destroyed or simply impossible to find, and an added benefit is that mason jars were less conspicuous. Even before national prohibition, the Blind Pig Saloon was a place of ill repute, as the county of Temecula was a dry county at that time. One major incident that happened at the bar was a double murder. On Christmas Eve, 1907, Horace McGee and Louis Escalier were drinking at the bar and fighting words was dropped. McGee dropped his pants and told Escalier to kiss his bare ass. But in response, Escalier put out his cigar on McGee's bare skin. McGee quickly turned around and shot Escalier dead. And when Constable Preston Van Swangwen... When the constable arrived to investigate, McGee shot and killed him too. McGee was nearly lynched by an angry mob, but instead was spared and sent to prison. Joe Winkles, owner of the saloon, was forced to pay a $300 fine for the ruckus and then took some much-needed vacation. Oh my God! When Prohibition took effect in 1920, Joe took the gamble that federal agents wouldn't bother with such a small town as Temecula and continued selling bootlegged beer and liquor. He would pay the fines if he did get cited, but he never got shut down. In fact, the Blind Pig Saloon thrived during this period and even attracted movie stars and sports figures. Jack Sharkey and Jack Dempsey apparently sparred with each other upstairs, with Fatty Arbuckle in attendance. Joe Winkles ran the Ramona Inn and its Blind Pig Saloon until he died in 1939, but by the 1950s, the saloon was no longer operational. In about late 1988, Vinny Cilurzo started home brewing from the cellar of his parents' winery in Temecula. Eventually, as is the case with so many other famous craft brewers, Vinny took a trip to Europe and discovered the complexities of Belgian beers, sours, and anything he couldn't get back home in the States. So when he returned, his hobby of homebrewing turned quickly into his obsession. In July of 1994, Vinny and his business partner, Dave Stovall, opened Blind Pig Brewing, paying homage to the famous rebellious saloon that put Temecula on the map in the first place. The brewery had a 7-barrel system that could produce 3,000 barrels per year, and the first commercial beer that Vinny brewed was a double IPA, credited as the very first commercial double IPA, which paved the way for California craft brewing. In just the short 3 years Blind Pig was open, Greg Koch from Stone, Tom Arthur from Port Brewing in Lost Abbey, and Yusuf Cherny from Ballast Point were all customers that Vinny recalls. The brewery's most popular beer was their IPA, but they also served an American Stout, a seasonal amber ale, and a seasonal barley wine. Unfortunately, Blind Pig Brewing closed in 1997 when Vinny left to be the brewmaster for the new Russian River. However, Vinny would pay homage to the name that first made him famous, and in 2005, resurrected the Blind Pig IPA. Very little was changed from the original recipe besides now using a small amount of Amarillo and Simcoe hops, which makes it less bitter than before. Blind Pig is one of only 2 beers at Russian River that is available year-round, joining their flagship brew, Pliny the Elder. A prime example of Vinny's preference for a clean beer, Blind Pig is full-bodied with a strong hop profile, plus some citrus and fruity notes and a crisp, dry, piney finish. And it pairs perfectly well with pizza. Cheers. Whoa. Wow, that's really good. It's like tiny. But not the Elder.
James's first Blind in the Elder.
Cheers. smooth.
It's tasty,
It's
right?
really good.
Well, here, cheers. So what do you think so far, James? What are your thoughts?
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't even got our pizza yet. We still have... Wait, what am I talking? We got poppers coming.
That's bad.
Well... Shut up! I like wrestling!
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's
Don't
alright.
judge me
I'm not.
with your eyes. So what did you think of Russian River?
It was delicious. Well,
Yeah.
the food was delicious and the beer was solid.
Time to screw up a nice pie with a little brewski. That brewski?
Oh, and those
Nice.
pepperonis were little
Caps.
oil pockets. Oil
Yeah.
caps. They
Oh,
were good.
yeah.
Well,
It was great. It was a good time. It was worth the drive. It's gonna make the last part of the drive even easier because we also have leftover pizza.
you say the last, you mean the next 10 hours, right?
I stand by what I said. Am I wrong? The last part of the drive? It's the second act.
You're not wrong. We are heavy into the second act, yeah.
I mean, we're 7 hours in of a 17-hour drive. Oh boy. Ugh. Which means we'll get there about probably a little after midnight. No, that's okay. That's not so bad.
Not so bad.
Just gotta stay awake and
Awake.
hydrated and awake and also awake.
Hydrated and awake.
Wake me up inside.
This is gonna be bad.
This is not gonna end well. Anyways, I'll have more to say about road beers, but see ya next time on the next time. Our bellies full and our hearts happy, James and I return to the road. The 10+ hours of the trip ahead made a little easier. We wonder when we might be back to Santa Rosa in the future. If we do return, Russian River Brewing will be our first stop.